What's up, y'all? What's up? Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill in the building. What's going on with yourself, Spilly Spills?
I am good. I want to say happy Veterans Day, Sip, to everybody that served. I want to say happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans and the people that served our country. And your service is always appreciated. Give a shout out
Always.
to my dad. My dad is a veteran from the Vietnam War.
Wow.
Funny story. My dad just missed having or being able to get a Purple Heart because he had a cold or something. I may mess the story up, but he was it was a good and bad story.
Yeah.
So where he was stationed at in Vietnam, he ended up having to go do a medical check or something, and he had to go to the doctor or something like that. I may have that story messed up, but he was away, and the place he left had got bombed, but they missed everybody. So everybody
That was a
there,
blessing.
It was a blessing, but it missed everybody. But
That was a
everybody
blessing in disguise.
But everybody got a Purple Heart
But except him.
because he wasn't there.
Man,
So it was good that he wasn't there for the bomb, but it was bad because
he didn't get the Purple
He
Heart.
didn't get the Purple Heart. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Hey guys, you guys logging in to this Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. We appreciate you guys. We always want to tell you we appreciate and love all the support we've gotten. I do want to talk about a couple things tonight before we get into our subject. This weekend, coming up this Friday, our organization, November 17th, our organization, Black Prism Evolution Project, is launching its second program we've done. We did that breast cancer awareness, and we put that out there. Now we're doing our concert, and it's going to be different and epic. We're praying for a lot of support, and if you want to help to donate, we will give you the link and the information to help donate for our cause. And I'm gonna take a little time out to talk about that real quick. Black Prism Evolution Program. So our program, for people who don't necessarily know, is centered around reentry program. So people who are going into the system. What I mean by the system, we all talk about the legal system. If you got legal cases that's pending, with things you're dealing with right now, I hope you guys can hear it too. If things you're dealing with right now, or when you come out, and so our focus is reentry, with a focus on business, technology, and trade. And it's really going to hone in on those people who have those issues, violent, nonviolent, or whatever. And there's a lot of our people in our community that are going to prison, going to jail because of the drug laws. A lot of drug laws have been enhanced because of that fentanyl thing. That fentanyl been tearing people up.
Yes, it has.
And like, rightfully so, because fentanyl has been known to, it
Kill you.
It'll kill you. And so if you've been accused of having it on you, even if you don't have that drug on you, if you associated with somebody who's gotten in trouble for it, and they say that you had it in your possession, and you can get entrapped in that.
Right. That's right.
And they give out sentences like Oprah was giving out cars and stuff. They give out sentences for that. So we really hone on educating people on staying away from that. And then when you get out, what you do when you want to get back or reacclimate with society. So that's our focus. So this concert this weekend is going to help us to launch that program for our people in our communities. And it's not just that. It goes, we're helping people who are ex-military, people who are people that have been homeless, and then people, and Kimmi has a thing, we're working with women, battered women, people who've been dealt with trauma. So that's the program. So it's going to go on right here right at our church location at St. Luke Church in Robbins, Illinois. And so we're looking forward for you guys to support that. It'd be great. And the concert is going to feature RJ Mitchell, which is my brother. He's known around Chicago. Yep. He's been around here for at least 20 years. He used to have a group called Next Level, NEXX Level. He's been doing his own music, RJ Music. Used to be known as Ace Rob years ago. Now he's RJ Mitchell. He's the R&B section of it. Then we have Elder Kevin Vassar, who used to be a part of the group called Youth Edition. And I don't know if anybody knows that, but Youth Edition was a group years ago. They had a song called Use Me. They were the first gospel group that had a chart-busting song on GCI. It was crazy. They actually won a R&B contest. It was crazy. It was going against a lot of R&B artists and stuff like that. And they were like, I don't know if they were the only gospel artists, and they won the record deal. This happened in '97, so it was great. So anyway, Kevin Vassar has his own album as a gospel artist, and he's going to be doing the gospel or inspirational part of the concert. So we invite you guys to come out. It should be great. We should have a lot of fun.
Okay.
I don't think it's ever been done before.
I don't think gospel versus R&B. I've never known it to be done, but it will be the first that we will be doing.
Right.
I think that's dope. You all probably remember RJ from doing a show with me in Sip's absence. So y'all know I've been telling you for the longest that he can sing. So it would be nice for everybody to, chime in. We will be live streaming this, so you'll be able to see it, whether you're able to actually pull up and come and actually see the performance as well as seeing it live. You'll be able to tune right in, and Sip and I would definitely be talking to you guys, letting you know, and just come on and rock with us. I mean, you can get your praise on and your love on. It's all going to be feeling good, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, bringing us together and bridging the gap. One of the things that we work on and we focus on is bridging the gap between, I guess, humanity and spirituality, bringing together people who are who probably normally wouldn't maybe interact with one another in certain cases. And we try to bridge the gap and open up the platform for everybody to be loving and support with one another. So, come out to that. But today's topic, I'm gonna let Kim bring it in and break it down on what we're talking about today. And anybody, if you want to inbox us, or you can communicate on live here, and we'll send you a link. So if you want to join in live, whether it be audibly or on the video stream here with us, joining live, we'll give you the link, you log in, you can tell us what you think about, or what's your opinion about this particular subject.
I also want to make sure that I give out a shout to my Heavenly Father, who also was ex-military in the Army. He did serve some years in that. And just everybody and anybody that I know. My children's dad also was, in the military, which is big. I definitely just want to say for Veterans Day, I just want to say that I think it means different, Sip, to a lot of people. And recently, just at my job, we did a whole program, and it was just amazing, from Army to Marine to Air Force to Navy SEALs, all that. It was just amazing to see, how some people feel that, the country didn't serve them justice, even though they gave their life. So I just want to let them know that if nobody told you, I absolutely say that we appreciate the service and just the sacrifice of that. That's huge. I think so. It should be honored on a monthly basis. I think to be able to give that type of sacrifice, a lot of people left and went home, left and went into the actual military and didn't return. That's a huge sacrifice. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, for protecting us and watching over us and giving that sacrifice. I want to say definitely thank you.
I'll give a shout out to my brother John. John is serving the military. Actually, he went all the way through, retired. His whole entire family, him and his wife, who passed away in 2019. Which I told you a story about that, which was devastating. But they both served the military, and I think they retired, served the military, both retired, and the military has done them well. And but I give a shout out to him, my brother John out in Savannah, aka Hinesville, if you will. So he's out there and served the military. So I'm very proud of him and what it's done for him and countless others. My sister Monica was in the military. Monica served military as an Army. So I've quite a few family members that were in the military, and very proud of you guys and happy for the service you put out there.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do a thing. We're gonna do a roll call here. I'm gonna see if you guys can hear us. I think you Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. In there. Make sure this is all in. That's plugged in pretty good. We'll do a little
He
check.
said, now we can.
Oh,
He
you can
said,
hear
now
us?
we can.
They can hear us now?
Okay, you can hear us now. Okay, so
Oh.
Carl, if you can hear us, then you need to, we have you on. We can just click you in,
Okay.
unmute yourself, and then you can come on in.
Okay. So real quick before we put them in, I want to go back because if people couldn't hear us, I want to go back to what we were talking about. And we got on here for about 10 minutes and talked about BPEP. And we got on here talking about our version of what alpha male, alpha female energy is. And whenever you're ready to go on, you're already on the stage through PEP, whatever, I can't pronounce that. So you're already on Papillion. So real quick, to recap, we were talking earlier. We're not really sure if our earlier feed caught the video, caught the audio, but what I was saying is that the end of the week, this Friday, November 17th, we're hosting our first concert. And the concept is, gospel versus R&B concert.
Right.
It's going to be really dope. I was talking about how the two artists are R.J. Mitchell, which is my brother, and Kevin Vassar, which is my best friend, that they're going to be in concert, and Kevin's going to be doing the gospel side of it. R.J. is doing the R&B side of it, and it's going to be dope. And it's more like, and because they were concerned whether or not it was going to be like R&B versus gospel, like they're going to be doing hit after hit and competing, but it's more or less like they're going to showcase their talents, and we're going to get the vibe and the energy you get from gospel or we call worship music or inspirational music, and then R&B side is you're going to get that feel of what you get from an R&B side of music. You know what's crazy? Have you seen Charlie Wilson concert recently?
Not recently.
Charlie Wilson kind of does that.
You're talking about he goes into gospel and
what he'll do is
I've seen him live. I've seen Charlie Wilson live. I've paid to definitely go see him, and I've never seen him do gospel and R&B.
He'll go and he'll do his stuff, or he'll do his hits. Then he come at the end of it, he just started taking you to church.
Wow. Now I know Fantasia does that.
Fantasia is a perfect example.
They usually tour together.
Yeah, Fantasia is a perfect example of that.
Show,
and so she'll do with it. So that's a perfect
coming
example.
out her shoes and everything.
Yeah, so they kind of,
So that's what we plan on doing. That's what we're doing with our two amazing guys. That's so for those like Sip said, if you didn't hear us, you did. We're telling you now, this Saturday, November 17th in Robin, Illinois at St. Luke's Missionary Baptist Church, we will be having BPEP, which is Black Prism Evolution Project, our nonprofit organization. We'll be putting on our very first, which I think is going to continue, music concert with Kevin Vassar as well as R.J. Mitchell. We're looking forward to that. Listen, you guys need to come on out. It's definitely going to be epic. The doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7. Would you want to get here so you can definitely get your praise and feel good on? That's what
you want to get here. You want to get here so there's space. Space is limited, so we are going to be live streaming it. So we'll be on here, and you'll get the information on how to see it live and how you can donate, because it's important, because it's for a special cause.
That's right.
Our causes. Black Prism Evolution Project is focusing on the reentry program, people who are incarcerated and people who are about to go in, so they can get great representation. So if you got family members that are about to go in, or they're about to get sentenced, or they're fighting a case, we'd like to refer you to good certain attorneys and give you advice as to how to work through that. Get your mind ready, what you're about to deal with, what you have to work with, what programs to look forward to get on out. And then when you out, our focus is going to be on business, trade, and technology. Business, trade, and technology. And they all kind of work hand in hand. And those are things that we're passionate about. So getting people, like, it's one thing to say we're going to do resumes or work jobs, but it's another thing to understand how you could actually get a career in technology and in trade, and then parlay that with a business or start your own business, whether it's with trade or technology or something else. So that's our thing. And we've been really, really putting together that. And we're going to have programs here on a regular basis, training and guiding and mentoring. And it goes on and on and on, going to our Trauma to Triumph life coaching program. We also have a thing we're going to be doing with youth. It's a beautiful, beautiful program. I'm not at liberty to say right now. I haven't been released by my partner to speak on that. A lot of people say God hasn't released me to tell you guys what God has planned for you or for what he has for my life. So I haven't been released. So I haven't been released to say that, but it's going to be off the chain. I'm going to say it like this. What we're embarking upon, in my opinion, is something that is, I think, amazing. And this concert and Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill is just a precursor to those things that's to come. So what's to come is better than what's been. You heard me. Anyway, we're talking about, so today's show, though, going back to the earlier, is about alpha male, alpha female. And what does that mean? How's that translated? And I just think that sometimes I think it's misunderstood, misaligned,
No, I think everybody just have a different definition of it. I think a lot of women, that will say that they alpha females because what they do and how they do it. So I think, and who they are, they take on kind of like a masculinity role. And then a gentleman said that they're alpha male based on how they run their life and how they basically want their woman to be. And they don't want to succumb to their woman. And then the alpha female will say, well, I don't need to be submissive to the man. I got my own. So we just wanted to kind of dive into different people to have their different, thoughts of that. And then for me, myself, I think that this is coming on the next live. We did it the first live, but it was women and men had comments prior to you guys that, watched our show last Saturday and wanted to kind of DM'd us and told us what they thought, being an alpha male is, being an alpha female is. So we wanted to give, Carl is on, I'm not sure. You said you can hear us now. If you can, all you have to do is unmute yourself. You can come right on in and we can begin to speak with you regarding that. I'm not sure who else is on, but we definitely have it open for you to come on and you can ask Sip and I any questions regarding what an alpha male is and versus what you feel alpha male is.
Or just go and dive into your interpretation of what your beliefs are. We had a gentleman on last week, and I know who the brother was last week, and he was going really get really into detail about his opinions and his thoughts. Yeah. And he spoke on the different there. I guess there are groups of men groups who have the similar opinion that there are women who want men that have been, I guess, emotionally broken, or I don't want to misquote, but men who are docile or whatever the case may be. But he got into it and he has his thoughts on it. And it was pretty interesting to hear or to see or read what he was saying. And I do want to have a conversation with him on air to kind of hear what he has to say. Sometimes articulating things through text doesn't necessarily come across as it might be verbal. I want to see his facial expressions and his how whatever. So that'll be interesting to talk to him about that. But yeah, so some people have their strong opinions about it. They think that's if your woman is wearing the pants, then you're not the man's. I said that right.
So what do you mean what would you say? I mean, yeah, like a woman. I just feel like a lot of women are doing a lot of things that men used to only do. Like it just used to be the man taking out the garbage. So now the woman is taking out the garbage, pumping her own gas, paying all her own bills, buying houses, properties. She's doing everything and by herself. So I think that comes off as I'm alpha female and a man, you know what I'm saying? You can't do for me what you don't do for yourself.
Right. I think that, I don't know. I think that has a huge bearing. A lot of the stuff, I always ask the question, why? People want to say, like, let's go into the statement, like the woman pumping on gas and making her own money, all that, well, making her own money, but buying on property, then they feel, just my assessment.
Okay.
I think that Chris Rock said something so funny. He said, for some reason, when a woman comes out of her pocket to pay for something, it's like her vagina goes dry. It's like it's just something about the drier she gets for more. She has to pay and have to do certain things. And there's a thing that comes along with a man who has the capabilities of creating revenue, having revenue that comes with security, the idea of security. So if a woman has been felt like, okay, I've been out here on my own and I don't have that safety. Oh, there he is. I got you. And okay, here we go, Carl. And if he has a person, give me 1 second, bring you right in, brother. I'm so glad you're on. And but they had a security blanket and they feel like if I'm doing everything, I've figured out what it was to be to secure myself. So I don't need you. So I don't,
I don't need you.
All right, we're about to bring our brother Carl on in, brother. I'm about to bring you on in, add it to the stage, brother. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. How is you, sir? Is you good or is you good? God damn it.
I am gooder than good.
Yes, sir. Let me ask you something real quick before we get started.
Yes.
Is there something in your right hand or your left hand?
What makes
And
you
if
ask
it
that
is,
question?
is it cylindrical?
Okay, what makes you ask that question? Is my camera a little off, or what's going on?
Oh no, because I want to. I'm hating on you.
Well,
we like.
since you asked, it is now
There you go. There you go. See, I do. That's what it was. That's
on
what
the
it was.
Sip and Spill show. Yes,
On the Sip and Spill show, brother. How you doing with yourself? Is you good? Is you good? God damn it.
I'm gooder than good. I'm great.
That's what's up.
So, alpha
Um,
female, we want to hear what you feel alpha female means to you, Carl.
I had this interesting conversation with someone tonight, and with my girlfriend, we were discussing it, and she gave me a good pointers, because I want to actually hear from a female standpoint, and she was telling me, because I know Kim told me that you want to hear the men and as well as the women weigh in on this topic, and she was pretty much telling me that before I get to how I feel about it as well, that uh, you know, sometimes it can kind of be over pushed, overrated, of the alpha concept with men. As long as the man treats a woman right, does certain things that men should do in relationships and just overall as a man, that should be enough, for certain women, to be okay with it. And that was a good perspective. And in addition to that, I think this is a very good conversation, especially now, being that if you do a little research on the topic, I'm just kind of salt and pepper in this whole suit conversation we're having right now. You find out that men's testosterone has actually dropped since the 80s. So when you hear women say certain things like, these men aren't men anymore. Actually, my aunt said that. My aunt said that, who I live with, my old aunt, she said that, yeah, these men aren't men anymore. um, well, I mean, if you're going by that, and that's just one way to slice the cake. But if you're going by that, yeah, testosterone of men has dropped some. So testosterone does affect the mentality of someone. It affects not just libido, but affects the overall mood of someone and how much character that someone can actually exude, especially coming from the male standpoint. Um, but to get that out the way, the alpha male, I'm so torn with that topic because after a while the machismo kicks in. After a while, ego can kick in, and men kind of want to do this to themselves, and and prop themselves up, and thinking that they're the alpha man, they're the strong. I think, in lieu of what I may have said previously about the testosterone thing and all that, I think a certain amount of confidence, a certain amount of sureness, a certain amount of understanding women does come into play with that. Um, the alpha beta male situation. Okay, so one thing Kim knows with me is that I grew up with a father, and I can see right now, even, and my father's still living right now. He still tells me things about my life, good and bad, that actually helps me right now. But I remember when I was younger, playing basketball, because he coached us playing basketball a lot. We won championships. He pushed us a lot, and that bred a lot in me as a man. So like I told Kim, before any woman even gives me any type of uh, positive notions, compliments, I knew I was the man way back in seventh grade when I hit the game winning shot in junior high hoopla at the YMCA, and my father was like, "Yeah, son," right? That put a lot of confidence in me. I remember growing up on the basketball court, and I remember seeing, and even playing in games, I remember seeing boys come out that they didn't have a father, or their father wasn't there to the games. I remember them playing, even at the court, they would play, they did okay, and then they just walked off. They didn't have anyone to like really critique their game, really say they was good and bad. And I watched some of these same boys grow up as men. and like kind of the amount of confidence. So the captain of the varsity team, that kind of mind, that kind of mentality and character in person, yeah, they become who they become for a certain reason. They might go too far with it as men, because as tendency we have a tendency to do that, but still the amount of confidence. Women, so as far as I know, 'cause I'm not a woman, but women can sniff this, on the man, the type of confidence, the type of self actualization that he has. So to wrap it up, because I think once again, I think this is a very good conversation, and a very good healthy conversation to have now in 2023 going 2024, is, yeah, I mean, kind of like how men are, and how men should be in a certain capacity.
So let me interject for a second, because I understand what you're saying, but the question is, and I want to kind of hone in on this question, because we fell off the last time, and I know you missed our live, Carl. But the question is, are you saying to us and everyone else that in order for you, what you look at alpha male is having the confidence? Just speaking of what a male say, not what a woman say, but are you saying that as an alpha male, you saying the man that exudes confidence, that's an alpha male? Is that what you're saying?
Not all the way. No, not all the way.
Okay, what else would you say an alpha male represents? Because that's what everybody wants to know. What is your definitive answer? If you're an alpha male, what does that mean?
Strength, and one word, strength.
Okay, so a man that's walking around that got strength is an alpha male.
That's a good component of it. Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how it came about, but if he walks around, he got confidence, he got strength, he's strong, then that makes him an alpha male.
Also, a certain amount of intelligence that goes with it as well, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say with confidence, strength, and intelligence that represents an alpha male?
I think all of those things encompasses an alpha male, but I think that the way it's pushed, or the way I think we may perceive it, is a man that says, "Hey, listen, come here, baby. This is what we finna do. We gonna get married, or we ain't gonna get married. You're gonna give me 2 children. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make this money, and I want my house to be made a certain kind of way. I love you. I got your back, your front, and your peripheral, as you would say. But this is how things are gonna be. Okay, either gonna get down or lay down. This is what I want. This is how it's gonna be. Now, listen, you gonna do this? Come here. No. Come here. I love you. Now, baby, look at this, sweetheart. Now, that kitchen, I love me some food. I ain't gonna lie. I can cook with you, but I'm gonna make this money. But I need you to be able to be proficient in that. It shouldn't make any sense, especially if I'm handling business. I'm paying the bills. I'm getting you flued out, that kind of thing. So I think the mentality of a man having power, strength, like he's saying, and I don't think he's saying strength like in the physical, I'm strong, not just in that way, but strength in he's mentally strong.
Yes.
Like what he's focusing on, he actually accomplishes it. Some people he alluded to like his dad pushing him as a child, meaning that he was in a situation where he probably didn't think he could do it. His dad pushed him to the limit, and he realized, damn, I could do more stronger than what I realized. And when a man gets to that point where he realized that he can overcome obstacles, he can do that. I think, to me, that is the perception of alpha male. I'm saying what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. Now, my spin on that would be an alpha male will be a person that I was taught this: a man is measured from his waist up, not necessarily from his waist down. And a real man, if you notice that a real man speaks like this, hey, baby.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I want.
Yes.
A man that's telling you, hey, sit your motherfucking ass down. A man like that is not necessarily what an alpha male is. An alpha male should not have to be all boisterous and off the chain or whatever like that. So that's that dynamic to me. For me, an alpha male is a man who knows who he wants, who knows how to treat his woman, how to empower her and his family, and give them direction without being and seemingly being abusive or coming off thinking that a woman wants to emasculate them.
Yes.
Okay, so my opinion regarding let's move away from alpha male and go to alpha female. So there's a lot of women that are doing a lot of things that an alpha male would do. Okay, so they consider themselves as alpha female simply because they are doing masculine things. They don't have a man to say, come here, baby, or I'm gonna do this. Like the number one words that women love to hear is that I'm gonna take care of you. And a lot of times, most men will say, and that's what their belief system started very young. We can go all the way back, but let's just stay right here in this moment. Currently, right now, if I got that bag, and if I'm telling you that I'm taking care of this, I'm buying this, I'm buying you material things, not so much things that bring you residual income, but I'm just buying you material things. Take you out to eat, I eat a little bit, I do this and that. So now women said they don't have that type of guy. So if they have that, they're doing that themselves. They consider themselves just as much as an alpha female as a man consider himself as alpha male, which is bumping heads. So I'm just going to walk all the way from the alpha male and the alpha female and just simply say that if you're holding your own as a male or female, then you are a true representation of what you are to be. That doesn't mean that you should emasculate a man. That doesn't mean that if he's your man or husband, can't say things to you because you pay bills, you cook, and say there's a lot of women that is not cooking at all, Sip. They're not cooking. They make money, but they don't cook. You know what I'm saying? Some women stay at home. They don't cook, nor do they provide. They just at home. Okay. And if they have small children, or they got a man to say, listen, this is what I want to do. I don't want my woman to work at all. I want you to be at home. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he wants her to do in a home, or if he just want her on her back whenever he wants her, or whichever way he want to be with her. But that's all she got to do. Do that mean he's not an alpha male? Because that's the way he run his life, with the way he is with his woman or wife. So there's strength in that man. There's intelligence in that man. I think you set the play up for the way that you want to get it in the basket. And I feel like each and every person, it doesn't matter how much zeros you got in a bank. It doesn't matter what kind of car you driving. It doesn't matter how many fancy places that you could take me to eat. At the end of the day, I think I speak for a lot of women, maybe not all, but the most important thing a man can tell me is that he can take care of me. And I'm not talking about material things, because yes, we both can get that bag, but a person to take care of you is absolutely free. For him to give his time, you understand me, and be able to be there when there are no one or nothing there that you can truly depend on. For you to sound like your day is messed up and he want to make that day better for you, or she want to make that day better for you, means everything. I think a lot of things have been centered around SIP, alpha male, alpha female, and it takes away you just being an actual human that want individual things in your relationship or just as a person. That takes it away.
That puts me in the mind of a statement an older gentleman told me. Me and my buddy, I was saying about this before, and he would say, we were talking, there's a couple of statements he said while we were talking. Me and my buddies were talking about business or whatever. He said, you guys are too busy trying to make deals, and you should be trying to build an alliance. And I think that what has happened over the course of time, I think people are misappropriating how people are evolving and changing and want to incorporate gender roles and this, that, and the other. Yes. I'm this person and I'm that person, because now you start to hone in on who's doing what, who's not doing this, that, and the third. And my opinion, when you do that, you lose sight on who that person is to you overall.
Absolutely.
You need a partner, somebody that's going to, I say fucks with you the long way. Somebody who's going to rock with you, who's going to get down with you, somebody who understands you and cares about what you actually think. And I think if you got somebody, if you go into this whole, I make this, you do this, I'm the man, you're the woman. This woman, I want to have sex, you better give it to me, and blah blah blah. If you gonna make it, you my man, you supposed to be. It's almost like I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen, and we were we were doing a business deal, me and my children's mother, so to speak. We were doing a business deal. I was a realtor. She was a realtor. I was a mortgage lender, and we were dealing with a couple.
Okay.
And I had a way of getting people, whatever.
Okay.
That's a whole nother story. But there was this property that was. I showed them these properties. We showed them these properties, and there was this property that was at the higher end of their affordability. I'm gonna go ahead and say they really couldn't afford it. The husband knew, and we was all in church at the time. The husband knew that this was tricky. He looked like, man, And the wife said, I want that house. I want that house. You need to get me that house. And he was looking like, you know what, Ed, go ahead. We're going to go ahead and do it. And lo and behold, they got in the house and they couldn't keep it. And so as an alpha male that he was attempting to be, not saying that he wasn't, but he was the man that's supposed to be the priest, provider, protector. His woman said, I want this. Your ass better go ahead and do it. You my man, and I demand that what I want, you do it because you the man. Make it happen by hook or crook, nigga. Make it do what it do. Make it happen. And you jump into this situation like, okay, because you want to fulfill this alpha role or this role of being this priest, provider, and protector. And this person's going to make him way out of no way, make a miracle. And again, it backfired. It was defaulted. And I think we kind of misconstrued this alpha thing where now you make this person feel like, I'm going to do this. Like, okay, so let's switch it. A man say, baby, I need you to, my family coming in town. And there's 20 people coming in. I need you to make, this house, do this, that, and the other, make all this food to all these people. Now she like, damn, I really ain't that good. I don't really. No, you gonna do that because you my wife. You my wife. All right. And I'm demanding you to be this alpha woman and make this stuff happen and this, that, and the other. She's looking at you like, that ain't really, I love you, but man, I really, and you put these demand on this person, and she failed miserably. And everybody like, man, she really missed the mark on that food, man. And none of we have enough blankets or nothing. And because she was supposed to be this alpha, this woman that you put this demand on that you want to have. Now, I don't know which side is the alpha. Is that the woman the alpha to say, make this happen on the house? Is that man the alpha to say, make this food happen? Maybe it's the reverse in that situation.
I mean, I feel like it's unexpected expectations that people go in relationships and they shouldn't have. Or they go in relationships that they expect that because I'm who I am and you who you are, you happen to have a penis and I happen to have a vagina, this is what the role is. And that's what's happening right now with younger versions of people saying that they automatically want to be with somebody that can provide a bag. That's just it. That's just going across the board. And a man walking around with his head up high saying, look, I do that for her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about her going nowhere. I do blah, blah, blah. As long as I'm taking care of this, then the third, boom. That's it. But then women feel like, he ain't going nowhere. I run that. I do this for him. I do that. And it's like, it's really sip that they've taken on kind of like the same roles and then they kind of, bumping heads. So I think it starts from the very own belief system that you said a long time ago, the priest, protector, provider, women are expecting men to take them out, for dates and they pay. Mm-hmm. Now, it's just everything that's changing, the economy, all that has happened. Now they say it's better for two people to make money together than it is for one to be the whole provider. Well, connotations on that. It depends on what you are or who you are with. So say I decided that I wanted to be a doctor and you're making enough money that can put me through med school. So I'm going to go ahead and go through med school and you make the decision and say, you know what, that's your dream. I got you. You go ahead and go to med school. I'm going to take care of everything. So all my job is to basically study, go to class, pass, and become the doctor. You carried me. You paid me for that. Now I'm done. I'm a doctor. I'm living my dream. I'm getting my bag. And then you say, you know what? I want to own a fleet of trucks. I need to be invested $50,000. And I say, well, who money? And you look at me and go, remember all the money I spent? It shouldn't even where you shouldn't even have to even fix your mouth to say that, right? Mm-hmm. But nowadays, it's like, you the man, that's what you were supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think that, I apologize, I'll cut you off, but I think that's that transactional relationship that I don't like. because now it's tit for tat. I did this, I did that. It's almost like the bottom line is that we can get into, if you're a man, I'm a woman. There are things about a woman that you like, her femininity, you like something about her as a woman that you love, that you want, or whatever, right? So that's one thing about that. And then that person, you guys have this mutual exchange. You know, y'all kind of go back and forth. And then obviously, like you said, he put you through school. It's a default. It's almost like when you're in tune. And this is what the point I want to hone in on. But I want to hone in on this. If you find somebody that you like and you love, right, and y'all rock with each other the long way, it shouldn't be a thing. It's almost like my uncle taught me this a long time ago, Uncle L. He said the relationship, there should be things that your partner and yourself need and want that they ain't got to ask you for because y'all are in tune.
Absolutely.
So meaning he was like, of course I got money to buy my own TV. Of course she got her money to buy her own dresser, right? We got our own money. We're doing this stuff, right? But I know my wife, damn, as soon as she opened the dresser drawer, something happened in the mirror or something like that. She's like, oh God, you know. So he's immediately let me go and buy her dresser. She ain't got to ask me. And then my TV channel only works certain channels, or I can't get my USB to work or whatever like that. And I'm like, man, what happened, honey, with my USB? I don't know. I try to get it down. I'm like, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go to work or whatever.
Right.
You come home, she got the TV already. And that's how he was telling me. So when you in tune, you ain't got to ask and do stuff like that. So that with that statement with it being a doctor and whatever, y'all in tune with each other, she's automatic. Her thing is like, I got you.
Right.
Her thing should almost be like, hey, remember you was talking about doing that fleet of trucks? Yeah, I was somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and work on it. No. I think you should do it. Matter of fact, I've been saving. You know what I'm saying? It should be like that. And it had put me in the mind is something that happened. And I was when I was in a search of relationships and stuff like that, and I had shows. It was two different people I was chatting with, conversing with. And there's one lady I was chatting with. It was like she kept saying, "Oh, I need this," and it's like it's always need. I don't really know you yet, and you went on into a whole bunch of, "I need this, I need that, this, that, and the other." Could I do it? Yes, but it's kind of like that was cool. I was talking to another person. I know I'm not trying to do a comparison, but this is just how I was able to make my decision of what I want to move forward with. Me and this other person had a conversation, and we were talking about things we liked, and so we're like, "Okay, we're gonna connect." We talked, blah blah blah. We connected, and when we connected, they had the dinner of what I had liked. Like what? They had already set it up. Could I pay for it? Yes. Yes, I could pay for it. I had the means, I got the means, wasn't no problem. But the fact that it's like, so what out for that person, you can ask for the moon and I got you, because just that small gesture of you listening and you didn't even ask, you just say, I got you, I got dinner. What? How do you know I'm like that? Oh, we talked about it. Damn, are you sure? You know, it was one of those things. So I'm like, okay, this other person is not in there. I can't really rock with them. It's not that I need them to do something for me, but it's like, ain't nothing I won't do for a person that looks out for me in that manner or has this or thoughtful like that. And those are the kind of things we need to look forward to as far as saying, as opposed to saying, I need to be this. I need a woman that's going to do that. I know we have goals and dreams, and we want to fill certain spots, and we want to staff our weakness and bring somebody around that's smarter than us, all that kind of stuff. But you got to really like a person and want to be in tune with them, or you feel like you want to be in tune with them, and then y'all rock together. And this shouldn't be a thing that y'all ask each other that should be so difficult to attain.
I agree. I want to say in closing and to wrap it up, my advice to and I'm giving Kim is giving her 2 cents. This is my spiel for the evening when it comes to the alpha male and alpha female. I'm just gonna say, just drop them damn titles. Seriously, just drop it. You know, at the end of the day, if you on your point and you doing what you need to do, find somebody to rock with you, as Sip would say, the long way. And that right there would bring you everything you need and then some. You know, but if you constantly and consistently checking for somebody to do these things and you feel that you have entitlement, even ass entitlement, then you're never going to get it. You're never going to get it. And times, most of the time, we truly do look over what's in front of us because we too busy trying to see what's past us. You know what I'm saying? Or we truly is letting, I just said this the other night, and this is so true. Sip, I said, it's crazy, but we truly is letting our past truly just completely fuck up our present, and our future just don't have a chance. Seriously, because you too busy letting everything that you experience back to make you feel that you're entitled in your present to someone or something. In order for you to truly get to your future and your destination, what's meant for you to actually be or have, you got to be able to love where you at and appreciate what you got. It's so easy to get mad at somebody and be like, I'm done with them, I'm this, that, and the other, or walking around holding grudges and, judging everybody else. And stop looking at everybody else for your relationship status quo. Look at who you with. I mean, if you're exchanging all type of damn body fluids, you might want to check them out thoroughly. But most of the time, you're not giving what you expecting to get. So if you got a man, ladies, okay, that says that he's going to take care of you, meaning your heart, soul, and be able to be there for children that is not his, okay, but he show up for them, and he show up for you for whatever he can provide to help you. And if you're having a bad day, good day, or whatever, he cares about it, you might want to look into him a little bit more and keep him around, because that is what will sustain you. And then men, if you got a woman that she is not checking for what you don't got, but damn sure checking for what you do got, and she's showing up for that, you might want to pay attention to her too. You might want to get past if she got a fat ass or not. Because seriously, at the end of the day, all that fades. You want somebody that's absolutely, truly more beautiful inside than you want outside. I don't know how many people I speak to and say they are lonely, and they make decisions based on loneliness, or they base their decision on someone else and what their relationship looks like. And when you need to pay attention, you might have a bomb ass woman at home. You might have a bomb ass dude at home. But you're so busy looking at what they don't got that you can't see what they do bring. Because guess what? You always can go out there and see grass that's greener, but the water bill is high as hell. So, you hear people say, Sip, you might get, you might get someone, if you got the 80, you need to be appreciated, because the 20% you might not get. But isn't it crazy that most people checking for the 20 that they just don't have? So at the end of the day, whatever you represent for you and your relationship, or what you want your relationship to be, I truly believe that everybody can create and have the love life that they truly want to have. It's entirely up to you. But if your ass ain't happy, don't give nobody else that much power for you to be happy. That's a job you got to do all by your damn self. Ain't nobody checking for you to punch that clock of happiness. That's my take on it. That's your girl, Kimmi Kim. And I feel like that's it.
I think that one thing I would say, two things for certain: grow your own garden. The bottom line is that don't be transactional in your relationship. Look for somebody who fucks with you the long way. That means different things for different people.
Yes.
This whole I'm the man, you the woman, that's cool to a certain degree, but then what you're doing, you are in some ways eradicating all the other components that are not necessarily seen by the naked eye. You got to go beyond those points, okay? And I get it. There are certain default factors. If you don't have money, or if you got this and she has that, obviously opposites attract. Whatever you don't have, you want to be able to be full and whole. But I tell everybody all the time, you don't need nobody to complete you. You need to be a complete whole person within yourself. And that person that is also that you can contact with, connect with, they should be whole and complete within themselves. And they compliment you on your journey. I'm merely here. I'm going to compliment you on your journey. It possibly enhance my thing. You have a journey that you on, right?
Right.
And I'm going to be that guy that's going to give you that water, clap on the distance, pick you up, get you some Band-Aids for your nipples while you're on your marathon. I'm the person that believes in you, is there when you have to pee and do this, that, and the other, because you have a journey. You are a whole human being within yourself. Grow your own garden. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing, what they got, because what works for them don't work for you. What you eat don't make nobody else shit.
Yep.
So you grow your own garden, you create the love life you want, you create the dynamic you want. And just because you are a male or a female and you have these certain things, if this person connects with you and they answer those questions or they check out certain boxes, you go ahead and you ingratiate that. Be honest, be real with yourself and them, but you embrace those things. Now, I'm not mad at Jennifer, bro. That's your thing. I get it.
Your thing.
If a person agrees with you, they want to be the one to cook in the kitchen and you want to cut the grass. If that's your thing, God bless you. Because I believe in the power of agreement. There's relationship, there's love, but there's agreement. Agreement trumps all of it. If we understand, that's what we had. We agree. That's how we get down. So listen, guys. We like you. We love you. We want more of you. Before I continue on that, this weekend, again, November 17th at 6:30 p.m. at St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church in Robbins, Illinois. We'll be having our gospel versus R&B concert. Okay, Sip and Spill will be there hosting it, or we'll be the ones that's actually speaking. But Black Prism Evolution Project will be the one putting it on. It's going to be hosted and all that by Black Prism Evolution Project. Our first concert of the year. All right, or the first concert ever. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be off the chain. We want you to support us. We're going to give you all the information for us to donate. We're still looking for sponsors, still looking for donors to give to the organization. Again, our organization is geared toward reentry, helping people to get back reacclimated, young and old, utilizing the concepts of business, technology, and trade, training and educating and mentoring, life coaching, all of those things, okay? And we want to push that narrative forward. We're out here celebrating and pushing and loving on one another. We need your help. We need your support. So see us this Saturday, November 17th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. The door is open. Concert starting 7 p.m. It's going to be off the chisel for shizzle, my pizzles, my people. That's what it's supposed to be. So listen, we like you. We love you. We want more of you. And are you good?
That's it for me, y'all.
Listen, it's been real and it's been fun. You already know. Every time we do our show, every time we connect with you guys, we're able to share with you guys as we grow organically, as we grow with our love and our intentions towards you guys. Every time we do our show, whether it's live, if it's pre-recorded, if it's on location, in my heart, Kimmi's heart, so I can speak for her, it's always, you may not even see me smiling about it all the time. Kimmi may not even always smile about it, but in our heart, inside of us, we are smiling. It's always, don't let nobody tell you nothing motherfucking different. It's always, goddamn it, it's always real motherfucking fun. We're gonna holler back at your peoples. Check us out next week. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, all of those things. We're gonna holler back at y'all. Love you.